Uh, Thanks for the introduction. Hi all. I just grabbed few VR devices just to show it to you. This is a Google Cardboard, which you can buy for $6. And this is one Procus Pro, another VR device, which you could buy for $50. And using this $5 device as well, so we can create virtual reality experience. And that is what I'm going to show it to you. Hi, as she said, so I'm a Mozilla rep. I volunteer for Mozilla. I'm a web enthusiast. That is what kept me going in around Mozilla. So we make sure that the standards are going in the right way, and we always try to make sure that the web is open and it is accessible to everyone. And as a full-time job, I work at Infosys, and I'm a web developer by heart. And so, yeah, this is what we are going to do. So by the end of this talk, everyone in this hall will be able to build their own Pokemon world, just a virtual reality, and virtual reality using a framework called as A-Frame. Virtual reality. So how many of you have already heard about virtual reality, the term virtual reality? Yeah, yeah, many of them. How many of you have tried building a virtual reality experience by your own? Yeah, a couple of hands. So yeah, this is one thing. Like when you see virtual reality, many people have already heard about it, but no one never tried it because I mean they feel it's only for the people for high-end developers and who are passionate, who want to put their full-time effort in virtual reality experience and with the high technology devices, with high technology software or something like that. But it's not. It's like you are building your own 3D experiences, and it doesn't need that. So we are building that web VR. We are using that web VR platform to build your virtual reality experiences. And when it comes to the virtual reality, the term virtual reality, so it can be used in any way. So people generally think it can be used in games or entertainment. It can be used in education platform. So if you know chemistry and all the chemical compounds are 3D compounds, and a teacher in Singapore is working with webVR to create lessons for his students using this webVR. And you can go, the fashion is one more important thing. You don't need to walk into a store and try the trail room for 10 times to check the best shirt you want to wear the next day. So you can just swipe your hands on a virtual reality device, and then you can change your dresses. And games, engineering, and everything is amazing. If you want to have want to experience a roller coaster ride, you don't need to build your own roller coaster anymore. Just a virtual reality platform device is enough to experience that. And frictions in VR ecosystem. Like I was telling you, many people know virtual reality. Like almost like 80% of the crowd know virtual reality, but they have never built something on the virtual reality because I mean, yeah, there are like a lot of gatekeepers. Only like the big companies are working on on virtual reality examples of virtual reality projects, and you need to install lots of software. You need to install lots of application. Even if you have built something and if you want to share it with the people, you need to publish into the marketplace. Again, there are like it's a long process. And it's closed. Like if you want to make it available in a Android Play Store or anything, you have to submit them. And even if after they like it and after it passes all their tests, so then they will be able to publish it, and then you will be able to share it with your friends. And to overcome all these challenges, so at Mozilla, web is an open platform. We believe in that. We always try to work with different teams to make sure that web is open and accessible to everyone. And we bought the openness of web and the virtual reality technology, and we built a platform called as webVR. And it's not an assumption or it's not an idea. It's into production now. W3C, which maintains the standards of all the web technologies, has already published the 1.0 version of webVR, and it's currently available for everyone to use. It's open, it's connected, and it's instant. So even if you want your friend to experience your VR example sitting somewhere around like Korea or somewhere, you can just host it on your on any of the on the website, and then just share the website link with your friend. And even if you want to update it, he don't need to update the application. You just build your website now. So he can just refresh the web page, and he will get the new content. So it is as simple as that, as instant, and as powerful as anything. And what does WebVR actually do? So the mobile which you have is a 2D device, and how does that actually simulate the VR experiences in your mobile device? So it uses your mobile proximity sensors, like when you move your device, proximity sensors, accelerometer sensors, and it uses all the existing sensors in your mobile device, and when you move to the right side, it just refreshes the page with the updated content which should be visible on the right side. So this is what WebVR actually do. It uses everything which you already have in your mobile device and use that to build your virtual reality experiences. And A-frame. So there are like a lot of things which you can use to build the WebVR examples, but the thing is they are closed, and even for a simple simple experience, you have to write a lot of code. And at Mozilla, we created a framework called as A-frame on top of HTML. So that, if a person knows basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, he will be able to create virtual reality experiences by his own, publish it, and show it to his friends. So this is what we made it happen using this A-frame. And yeah, let's go through an example. So this is the Hello World example. So I didn't do anything. So you have the general HTML tag, you will have the general head tag, body tag, and you will. I just added one script. Sorry. I added one script which is A-frame version of 0.3.2, and just I integrated in my web page so that all the components in this A-frame, I can use it in my web application now. And then after creating just a Hello World application, I included my library. I have my HTML page ready, and I have the library included. Now I have to add the components, and then use it, and then customize it like the way I want. So here you can see that I'm adding a box, and I'm adding a cylinder, I'm adding a sphere, and I'm adding a plane. So these are just the general components which you use in every day. And you give the position, you give the color for that. So these are all the general attributes which are there declared in the A-frame. So if you want to change the color, you can change it. If you want to change the position, so this is the 3D platform. And suppose that is a 0, 0, 0. That's the actual coordinate. That is the actual focal point. And if you want to place a Pokemon on the right side, so you are just moving the x-axis, right? So I'll give it as like 6, 0, and 0. So it will be placed on the right side. And if you want to, if you are having a flying Pokemon, and if you want to place somewhere around on the top right corner, so that will be like x-axis will be 6, and you will place it at the top. So the y-axis will be 6. And since you are placing on that corner, so it will be like negative z-axis. So you will place at 6, 6, minus 6, and you will see a Charizard flying over there in your virtual reality platform. And yeah, you can have a sphere which got a radius, it doesn't have the side. So all these parameters are already included in the A-frame library. So that if a person knows basic HTML, he would be able to create them. So that's the beauty of A-frame technology, which is built by Mozilla. And it's an open platform. When you say A-frame, so you already have like a couple of components which is created by Mozilla. And since it is open, if a person is interested to create his own component, he can create it by his own. He can create it, he can publish it into the marketplace so that even other developers will be able to use it and build his own experiences using that component. There are like Mozilla build, if Mozilla build only 10 components, the volunteers have built the other 100 components. It is as powerful as that. So that is why we made the platform as open technologies so that anyone can contribute to it, and at the same time, anyone can use to build his own VR experiences. And the use cases are numerous. Whatever field you are working in, you will definitely use it. You can use it somewhere else. Like, we never thought the chemistry story, which I was talking about, we never thought we can use this in an educational way, and that too has quick with what we already have. But we met a teacher who was talking about chemistry, and she herself, even she doesn't know the coding stuff, she was able to build the platform, I mean, the virtual reality example by her own, with the basic knowledge of HTML she got. And yeah, so this is what we build now. So we got the sphere, we got the cylinder, we got a cube, and we got a plane. And you can see that the plane is on the horizontal ground. Let's see why it happened. You can see the plane, right? So it is rotated like -90, 0, and 0. So on the x-axis, it is, instead of seeing the plane in like a vertical plane, you are just dropping it on the x-axis so that you will see the horizontal plane. So this is what you get. And it is completely running on the browser. You are not installing any application. You are not installing any high-end software. If you have the Chrome, if you have a Safari, not Safari, I guess, it's already available in Chrome, Opera, and you have Firefox. So this is already available in all the platforms. You can, if you have the same browser installed in your mobile phone, you can just open the website and you can have the VR experiences in this. And for all these, I mean, we have a couple of examples which are already built and available in the on a website. So go to aframe.io. You can, at this point of time, you can just get over those examples, and you can see how it actually works on your web browser. And yeah, OK. Yeah. So now what we are going to do, so now we already have a scene with some cubes, we have some cylinders, we have a plane. Now let's make some rain happening on those components. OK, so what I'm doing, I'm adding another component made by some other person. It's a rain component which enables to the rain effect on your VR examples. And then I am adding an entity. So you can see that, like, if there are any box or spheres, there I wrote a box. That is actually wrapped around a entity. So you will write a entity and a primitive equal to sphere or something like that. It works that way, or else you can directly write a sphere. And here I'm writing a particle count, some like 3,000 particles, which should rain all the time on your VR scene. And to make this happen, you are adding another component of particle system. So now you will add all these two things to your VR platform, and yeah, you can see this, right? So you already have your component, and you have the rain effect on them. And this is built on basic HTML itself. So those 4 lines of code which you saw, that is making this happen. And I'm not using any other libraries or anything. So the A-frame library and these 4 lines of code is making this happen. You're not writing any 40 lines of code or somewhere around 100 lines of code to make this happen. Yeah, there is another animation. So if you want a Pokemon to fly or something, like, since we are talking about Pokemons, so if you want to fly it in the horizontal or vertical, so you can add an image to your VR scene and then add some animation. So duration is 1,000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. And so from one place to other place, you can write from tag and your to tag, and that animation happens in that 1 second. So this is one more tag which you can use to build your platform. And yeah, so this animation is what I built. So I'm just rotating it clockwise. I already have the plane, I already have the rotation, and inside that I added this animation tag which I showed you in the previous slide. And yeah, now that is making the platform to rotate. Yeah. Now, in this just a little amount of time we learned about A-frame entities. We learned about position objects around like X, Y, and the Z axis. And then again, we added a rain effect in our scene. And then we added a background color to our scene with the A sky. And we learned about A-frame animation. And now we already learned most of the things which we need to build our Pokemon world. So yeah, this is what I built. So this is all a 3D environment which is running on a browser. I didn't install any software. It's running on your browser. And with the basic knowledge of HTML I had, I built this one using that A-frame library. You can see the Butterfree moving, top and bottom, which I made using animation tag. And even the Zubat is flying, the animation which I used the animation tag. And so these are the things. So and I had a rain effect on top of it. And this is completely built on A-frame. If you want to experience on your mobile device, so yeah, how did I make this? That is what I was telling you all about. And want to experience this VR in your own mobile devices? Just open your mobile devices and just go to this URL. You will experience it right now. You want to try it? Just try it. Open your mobile device and go to this URL, govo.gl ws6 small v 1r. And you're not installing any software. You are not installing any application. You are doing it on your browser. You are experiencing a VR platform, VR example on your browser itself. It may take some time to load because of the Wi-Fi or some way, but just give 10 seconds. OK, I'm hearing some music. I think someone already opened it. So you opened it on your mobile devices. And since it is like completely built on HTML, if you want to add a music, you can use the HTML audio tag to add a music. Yeah, I think I already embedded in my video, in my example. So go to that URL and you will see that. So you're not learning any new programming language. You're not learning any new technology. With the basic HTML and JavaScript, which you already know, you are building this webVR platform. And the use cases are endless. Yeah, someone already opened it. So just go around and see, like move your device around 360 degrees and see how it is actually working. How is it? And it just took me an hour of time to build it. I didn't spend a lot of time. It took me an hour of time to learn and gather all those images, and just took me another 30 minutes or 40 minutes to actually build this virtual reality platform. So this is how easy it is. This is as powerful as anything. And even if you want to, if you have built anything and if you want to share it with your friend, it's possible with this. You can host it on your GitHub. You can host it on any of your server. Grab the URL and share it with your friend. Even that is possible. So how many of you have already tried it? How is it? Yeah, it's just a beginner guide to build a virtual reality experiences, which you can learn and build as soon as possible. And it is basically used for rapid prototyping. If you have a huge idea and if you want to build something really big, so you have to, hire an engineering team and you have to start building it. But with this A-frame, we made it possible that even a beginner will be able to build his VR experiences using this framework. And yeah, as I said, it is an open platform. Even if you want to use the platform, you can use it. Even if you want to contribute to it with your own components, you can contribute to it. So we have like 150 contributors all around the world working on this project. At Mozilla, we always try to build the platforms which are open and accessible to everyone, so that anyone can use it, and as well as anyone can work on it and develop the VR experiences. And we have 1,800 members of Slack who want to discuss, who want to get updates on aframe.io. And there are like hundreds of feature products made by volunteers, made by employees, made by students, and even, like any person who is interested to build this web VR and he doesn't want to invest a lot of time will be able to make this happen using this A-frame framework. And yeah, that's it from me. Thank you. I'm Santosh.
All right. Maybe we have time for one question. I read that before. Somebody of you put it in. Yeah, you can use the app. It's sometimes just easier to get to the questions. Let me switch. All right. For the Pokemons you used in your example, you used 2D sprites. Is it possible to import 3D models as well?
Yes, absolutely. So you are seeing the A-frame background, right? So that is a 3D file. It's with the extension of .ply. And in addition to that, if you have the object files, .obj files, you can include that in your project. And you can also include GIF images into your A-frame project. But the thing is, I tried it, but generally the GIF images have a white background, so that doesn't really suit your VR project. So I use the 2D PNG images. So yeah, you can use it. You can use the 3D objects, which you generally use it for 3D printing. Yeah.
Okay, and just one short question, another one. Is there, so you used it in the code right now, but I guess in A-Frame you can use that as an editor, or do you have to write all the time? So
You can
is
write
there an
it-
editor or?
No, you can write it in your own editor. So yeah, if you're using Notepad, if you're using Sublime, if you are using Atom, you can use any editor. You can just grab the framework URL, the script tag which I was showing you, just drop it in your HTML page, and then open it in your browser. This is as simple as that. You don't. There is no. This is not editor specific. You can use any editor you want.
No, I think that what he meant was that that you could edit in 3D and then it processes code for you. So is that was A-Frame is
No,
doing
no.
it? Okay.
You have another platform, Unity, which you usually use to develop games. So you can use that to build the 3D experiences, but this is completely based on the coding part. So this is for people who have basic knowledge of HTML and still want to develop the VR projects. So for just drag and drop thing which you want to build right now, there are other platforms like Unity which people generally use to build the VR experiences. For example, I'll tell you, we got time for the question? Yeah. So like there was another example where a person can sit on a cycle in his home and he can ride the cycle, and the VR experiences show it like he's going around a park. So that they build it using Unity. And this is what we are doing it using the basic HTML here. So yeah, it's possible. Even with drag and drop, it's possible. If you want to code, it's possible. Yeah, anything is possible in this VR platform.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you. Another applause again for Santosh, please.
Yeah,
Thank you for this awesome talk. And yeah.